Okay, so I'm not 100% sure what happened on the last one. I'll have to see if the recording went through all the way. My computer kind of crashed out of nowhere. I was a little confused at that. It just went blank. I thought maybe it was a power surge. I'm like, well, the light in my room and everything's still on, so obviously it wasn't that. I hope this didn't get messed up either. Only another 2 hours and 6 minutes to go, so let's finish a little more of this. I need to go to bed around midnight, so maybe another half hour, 45 minutes, and then I'll pop off. Oh, let's hope there's a nice autosave somewhere. That'll be sad. Hey, loud fucker. Load game. Okay. Looks like I just have to fight her again. Maybe I can fight her better this time.
Very well. No more illusions. Now we meet face to face. You see my true form and stand in my domain. It is here I am most powerful. And yet I have no wish to engage your power, nor should you be so eager to engage mine. Perhaps we should converse instead?
New.
Alas, that is sad. Very well then. If you wish a battle, you will have it. Let us see if your power matches your boldness, creature.
Alright, she's got this stupid aura on her. I gotta wait for the aura to end. Otherwise, you're immune to shit. Luckily, you're not doing shit in the line of damage to me. That one actually hurt. And you crash. What the fuck, game? Let's try you again. Had a problem with one of my games, kept crashing. I thought I fixed it. And now you're gonna be a piece of shit. Alright. Resume. I want to do a regular save. See if that don't help.
Very well. No more illusion. It is here. Perhaps.
Skip conversation.
Right.
Done. Skip cutscenes. We've already all seen it, right?
Connor,
Skip more cutscenes.
We will hold him for Eamon to decide his.
Do whatever you want.
The urn.
Skip.
The urn.
That was seek out the urn. Yes, see, we've already seen all this. Save game. New save. Different save. Cunning. Up. Next. Yes. Sure. Next. Stealth. Sure. More save. I think there's a book in here I can highlight. Don't need to talk to anybody. I mean, Connor's conversation would be different, but autosaves freaked me out the first time, gonna freak me out this time too. Liliana, can you pick the lock? Not enough skill, alright. Gotta get you more cunning then. We'll be back to pick it.
Here I am, on my way.
I think after this, we're gonna go to fucking camp. We're gonna save in camp. We're gonna... Nope, that's the vault. We tried that.
Huh. Yes. Going.
Save in camp, go over everybody's gear. Because it's starting to get ridiculous. I need to get rid of stuff. They all still in here? Yeah. The mages are gone though.
And I'm off.
Allow me. I could do that for you.
Sure you could. Ugh. Dusk. Alistair's mother's amulet. Book. I think I already looked at all this. I'm surprised it was here that it crashed, though. Biggest spot for crashing is Denerim. I gotta go there, too. I gotta do lots of things. Camp. Who's gonna talk to me first?
Now that we're back at the camp, I want to talk about what happened at Redcliffe. I just wanted to thank you. You went out of your way to save the Isle's family, and you did it. Even though it would have been easier not to. There's been so much death and destruction. It makes me feel good that at least we were able to save something. No matter how small. I owe the Isle that much. You're right. Hopefully, by that time, there's still enough of Reldon left to save. Good. Now that the warm, fuzzy part of the day is over with, we can get back to the ritual dismemberments. Oh, wait, it's not Tuesday, is it?
Cool. How high up are we on that approval rating? 92's not bad. Okay. Cool. Nope. You kinda got a better sword. Not gonna bother with it. So you do a lot of medium armor. There. Looks a little better. Medium armor. Yours is a bit better. Nope, yours is obviously better. what do we got for you? Not much in the line of heavy, do we? Jesus. Okay. We got anything better? Two-handed. That's all one-handed, isn't it? Gave you an axe for that one at least. Yeah, no. I do that. That looks pretty good. You gotta... No. Light armor... We'll give you that one. It's a little better. A little better. A little better. Just slight upgrades. Yeah. Yeah. No. Nah. Ladies of the Skies works. Nope. I could give you gloves. Gave you gloves. I can even give you a pair of boots now. And I don't have any weapons for you. I'll probably give you boots too. Yeah, boots. Everybody's not going shoeless no more. Okay. Ugh. What do we got here? Light. Okay. Nope. What do we got here? Oh, ouch. Yeah, alright. You got some nice weapons. And a decent bow, I'm guessing. Yeah, we'll give you that. We'll leave you with that. Got a plain old iron ring. Well, can't sell that for shit. Or can't use it for shit. Sell some crap.
If there's anything I can do for you, please tell me. I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods.
I don't feel like talking. I keep pressing space as if that'll skip through it, and I keep forgetting that, you know, space doesn't do it. Space doesn't do it. I'm gonna have to remember to go back through once we've got her up to higher lockpicking and pick things. So as I'm reading, it turns out it doesn't really matter how high your lockpicking is if your cunning's high enough. And I'm like, you gotta be shitting me. Really? Alright. Good to know, I guess. Just so you don't hate me.
I shall treasure it. Thank you.
There, alright. Back to... Whose line is it anyway? Featuring random ass shit. Alistair gets the statuette.
Is that for me? This is my mother's amulet. It has to be. Why isn't it broken? Where did you find it? Oh, the Arl study? Then he must have found the amulet after I threw it at the wall. But he repaired it and kept it. I don't understand. Why would he do that? I guess you could be right. We never really talked that much. And then the way I laughed. Thank you. I mean it. I thought I'd lost this to my own stupidity. I'll need to talk to him about this if he recovers first. When he recovers. recovers, that is. I wish I'd had this a long time ago. Did you remember me mentioning it? Wow. I'm more used to people not really listening when I go on about things. I don't know what to say. I'm honored. Thanks again.
Alright. So, let's go back to my inventory. Items. Alright. Yeah, you got the statuettes. I've maxed out you. I believe the small gold bar is Zephron's. Let's take a look at my cheat sheet. Zephron, small gold bar. Yes, indeed. Wrong one.
I shall treasure it. Thank you.
Alright. Small silver ring. Why do I get the feeling that's Oregon? That is not. Oregon does have the gold rope necklace.
How nice.
That's not what I meant to do. Small silver ring can go to whoever, so we're giving it to you. Oregon?
Interesting.
Steel bracers can also go to whoever. Also giving it to you. Wow. You're not doing so well here. The Grays of Flame, I think it's Win, right? Yes.
Oh, marvelous.
Okay. Oh, fuck. We're doing
Are
you.
you sure I can't interest you in this hat? A pair of ears? I'm
Alright, we're gonna waste some of my gold. Because somebody's pissed off at me. Who's the Orlesian mask? Must be one of the not good ones. Sugar cakes, let's do like 10 of them. Yeah. Yeah. Whoops. Let's fix you, because
You have my thanks.
well, they're only 5s.
You have my thanks.
Must be thoughtful
You have
gifts
my
this
thanks.
10th.
You have my thanks.
Interesting. Interesting.
There. Fine, we'll give you one too.
How nice.
There. Proving of things. Alright. Party comp. I'm gonna have so many fucking saves by the end of this. Let's see if I can initiate something with you.
I await your command. We are in camp, so 'tis as good a time as any. I am here because Flemeth commanded me to aid you. Why? Do you wish me to leave? I can do so if you prefer. Then I assume our discussion ends here.
Ooh! Ouch! We're gonna reload that. Because I fucked that one up. Okay. Whew.
I await your command. So, full of questions, are you?
Yeah.
I was not born such. 'Tis a skill of Flemeth's, taught over many years in the wilds. The chastened have tales of we witches, saying that we assume the forms of creatures to watch them from hiding. When a child is alone and separate from his tribe, that is when we strike, dragging the young boy kicking and screaming to our lair to be devoured. A most amusing legend. Changing her form, certainly. devouring lost children, I cannot say. She has not done it in my experience, though in truth my lifespan is but a fraction of her own. Why do you ask? Is there something specific you wish to know? The form of an animal is different from my own. One may study the creature, learn to move as it does, think as it does. In time, this allows one to become as it is. I gain nothing by studying another human. I already am the same as they are. I learn nothing. So the answer is no, my human form is the only one I possess. There were nights when the wilds called to me, 'tis true. You look
Just want to have a romance with you.
think you know it well.
And I hope I didn't fuck it up.
I have smelled it as a wolf, listened as a cat, prowled shadows that you never dreamed existed. But my life is as a human. I am under no illusions to the contrary. They do not shy away from me. To their senses, I believe I seem like any other of their species. As to what they think, I truly cannot say. Just as I am still human, no matter my form, they are still animals. Thus they cannot speak, even were I to ask. No, 'tis not unheard of in the remote corners of the world. There are traditions of magic outside of the circle of magi, despite what those mages would have you believe. Some of these traditions are old, indeed, passed down as carefully guarded lore from one generation to the next. The zealots of the chantry would uproot all such practitioners if they could. But as luck have it, some still exist. My mother is such a one. I'm shocked that you think so, being a mage of the circle as you were. But perhaps you felt a little like a caged bird as well, caught within that dark tower. I thought so. Anyone with sufficient will, but the act of transformation is a magical one. It is a spell and thus requires a mage's talents. Indeed, you could learn the spells required if I cared to teach you. Indeed. Have you an opinion on my abilities, then? Am I an unnatural abomination to be put to the torch? What a bizarre thing to say. But enough of such talk. Let us proceed, lest the dust gather on us.
What a bizarre thing to say.
It is cold in my tent altogether. So you shall come to my tent? But whatever shall we do in that tiny little space together while we wait for it to warm? Good. Then let us waste no more time with foolish talk.
Awesome. There we go. I did the things. I leave it up to you, but it seems like I'm the one in control, so I don't know. Yeah, maybe not. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Dude, I couldn't have picked a more stoned-looking a character look. I don't know how you guys have sex with your clothes on, but I'm pretty amused.
I see the stories they tell of Grey Warden's endurance are not exaggerated. Indeed there are. The unanswered question, of course, is whether the endurance exists because of the taint within you, or because the Grey Wardens are by nature so very healthy. I enjoy the thought that 'tis a little of both. Natural prowess, driven by a darker side. That is entirely up to you. Simply know that I have no designs on your independence. I wish only to do what I desire, and if that coincides with what you desire, then so be it. And should you decide not to continue our misadventure, then so be it. Very simple, is it not? then we should get along marvelously. Come then, let us be off before the others begin to stare.
Before the others begin to stare. Alright.
I have something for you. I mean that I have a gift for you. 'Tis a ring. Now before you get any foolish notions, let me explain.
Foolish.
Flemeth once gave me the ring because it allowed her to find me no matter where I went, in case I was ever captured by hunters. I disabled its power as soon as we left the wilds. Recently, however, I thought to change it. Now, I will be able to find whoever wears it instead. It is not given out of sentimentality. I believe you are too important to risk. If you were captured, this ring would allow the rest of us to find you quickly. You are welcome. Perhaps it will be useful someday.
Can I actually equip it? Better than Surveyor, whom I can give to somebody else.
So, full of questions, are you? Well, that depends, does it not? What does she seem to be? Sometimes I do wonder the very same thing. Tell me, how much do you know of the tale? The one that the chastened still tell of my mother, to frighten them into obedience. No doubt such a tale has mutated much over time and telling. I can relay what Flemeth once told me herself, and you can decide whether or not 'tis the truth, if you desire. As the tale is sung by the bards, there was a time when Flemeth was young and beautiful, a fair lass in a land of barbarian men. The desire
How am I supposed to get your
any
quest
who
then?
saw her. Many centuries before this land was even named Ferelden. The tales say that Flemeth fell in love with Osen the Bard and fled the castle of her husband, the dread Lord Conabar, and that he swore vengeance for her infidelity. In truth, my mother claims that 'twas Osen who was her husband, and Conabar the jealous lord who looked on from afar. Lord Conabar approached young Osen and offered him wealth and power in exchange for his lovely wife, and Osen agreed. The life of a bard is a poor one, and love fades in the wake of hunger. It was Flemeth who suggested the arrangement. All would have been well had Lord Conabar kept his end of the bargain. But he was a foul man who bargained with coin he did not possess. Osen was led off to a field and slain, left for dead. Flemeth spoke to the spirits and learned of the deed, and swore revenge. That was not the point. Conabar had no honor, so she would not have him. Flemeth begged the spirits to aid her, and 'twas they who slew Conabar. The demon the legend tells of came later. Lord Conabar's allies chased Flemeth, you see. Chased her to the wilds, and there she hid. There she found the demon, and he made her strong. The legends all speak of the great hero Cormac, he who defeated Flemeth and her great army when she invaded the lowlands centuries later. All lies. The truth of the matter is that there was never an invasion. As Flemeth tells it, the Chastened never raised an army under her banner, and she never fought with any warrior named Cormac. Cormac led a brutal civil war against his own people, and later claimed it was to vanquish evil that had taken root amongst the lords. Thus, he was hailed a hero. Flemeth was only attached to the legend much later. Perhaps 'twas due to the great war with the Chastened that eventually came, but Mother claims not to know how it began. The demon within her has transformed her into something else. An abomination, perhaps some would say. I know not. I only know my mother is clever, and she is part of the wilds as it is part of her. But she is no immortal. She bleeds. A blade in her heart would kill her like any other, were it lucky enough to find her. You ask if I have sisters. I have asked of this myself. The stories tell of many witches of the wilds after all, not just the one. And these tales existed long before I did. Flemeth refuses to speak of other daughters, if they existed. So, should I believe I am her first? I doubt that too. The Chastened tell of a falling out between Flemeth and her daughters. They say that one day she hunted them all through the wilds and ate their hearts.
Nice.
It may be true. I have never seen another witch or heard of one. Perhaps one day Flemeth will eat my heart as well. Flemeth tells it with far more embellishment than I, but you are welcome. Dare I ask of your own mother? Few are abominations of legend, 'tis true, but I find myself curious nevertheless. Nothing. I wish to know nothing more. I find myself a little envious, to tell the truth. But it matters not. Let us move on.
I'm just trying to get you to talk about...
We are in camp, so 'tis as good a time as any.
Never mind. I'm looking for...
So, full of questions,
you
are
gonna
you?
tell me about Flemeth Gomar or no? Alright. Let's see if anybody else will talk about them and get our quests. And I think that's about all I'm gonna do is talk to people and get quests.
You called. I caged myself. A weak mind is a deadly foe, as you are no doubt aware. That is complicated. I told you before that I was sent here. I was not sent alone. I came to your lands with 7 of the Beresad, my brothers, to seek answers about the Blight. We made our way across the Ferelden countryside without incident, seeing nothing of the threat we were sent to observe. Until the night we camped by Lake Calenhad. They came from everywhere. The earth beneath our feet, the air above us. Our own shadows harbored the darkspawn. I saw the last of the creatures cut down, too late. I fell. I am told no others survived. I don't know how long I lay on the battlefield among the dead, nor do I know how the farmers found me. I only know that when I woke I was no longer among my brothers, and my sword was gone from my hand. I searched for it, and when that failed I asked my rescuers what had become of it. They said they found me with nothing. I killed them. With my bare hands. I did. I knew they didn't have the blade. They had no reason to lie to me. I panicked. Unthinking, I struck them down. That sword was made for my hand alone. I have carried it from the day I was set into the Beresad. I was to die wielding it for my people. Even if I could cross Ferelden and Tevinter unarmed and alone to bring my report to the Addershok, I would be slain on sight by the Antam. They would know me as soulless, a deserter. No soldier would cast aside his blade while he drew breath. If I knew where to look, it would be in my hand now. Near Lake Calenhad. Her Perhaps those words are empty, but thank you all the same.
There. Got his quest.
You know, maybe this isn't the best time to be thinking about this, but I've something to ask you. Chances are we'll be heading to Denerim soon. And when we're there, I wonder if we might be able to look someone up. I'm not talking about a friend, exactly. And no, it's not that sort of friend either. The thing is, I have a sister, a half-sister.
Alright.
She knew about me either. They kept my birth a secret after all. But, no. She's the only... With the blight coming and everything, I don't know if I'll ever get another chance to see her. Could we? Her name is Goldana, and I think she remarried...
Cool. Alistair's side family's done. Her side quest. Zephyrin doesn't have a side quest.
Something I can help with? Yes? What's on your mind? My mother was from Denerim. When I was born in Orlais and did not set foot in Ferelden till... She was quite old then, and she had me study music and dance to entertain her. It isn't... She was an... straight, small... but...
Okay.
Something I can help with? Yes? What's on your mind? I miss Palrayo. Unlike other cities, there was... And always... floating above that all, the chant, coming from the... If you get the chant, of course, and you will laugh at this, but I miss the fine things I had in Orlais. I left behind... Orlais is very fashionable, almost ridiculously so. But the shoes... Living with those ridiculous trends was worth it for the shoes. Sometimes, about 10 years ago, all the ladies went mad for shoes with soles as large and heavy as bricks. When I left Orlais, the fashion was shoes with delicate tapered heels and embellishments in the front. I wouldn't want to run in it, or have... The shoes made in Orlais were exquisite. Not at all like these clunky fur-lined leather boots you have in Ferelden. Ugh. Thank you. They're sturdy shoes. Oh, I could talk about shoes.
Alright, before I get into something that you're not gonna... I'm gonna piss you off.
Something I can help with? Yes? What's on your mind? Of course I do. I love stories far too much. In any land that was touched by the taint. Of course, Orlesians enjoy telling stories. I shall tell you my favorite. Before she learned to wield a sword as well as any man could. Now in those days, no woman would. Aveline but blinded by his rage.
Holy crap.
He forced Aveline to her knees. Know your place, woman, cried he.
Jesus, I don't remember that.
Prince Freya, when he...
Maybe I should be listening to whole
day,
conversations.
Any female who is knighted, I know one, told to me by my mother a long time ago. It always chilled me to the bone. Are you sure? Was she the Flemeth of legend? Flemeth, the devourer of men? Ferelden mothers scare their daughters with talk of Flemeth. They also say that Flemeth mourns her lost beauty and will steal yours through your looking glass. When she comes, and then one day,
I could
a
just
young
see
man named Osen came to the
they're
castle.
telling the same story.
Was destroyed the demon.
This is my story to
They
tell.
took to her side many chastened men, and with their help, begat which one? I have heard a little of when the elves claimed the dales in the south. The some of but
Lore stuff.
still fiercely. Andraste was the make beauty, but Andraste brought the Imperium to its knees, and her allowed her. Andraste was burned at the stake in Minrathos, the capital of Tevinter. I had thought on this too. Did he withdraw his sight from her at that moment? Well, this question has come to me many times. We will never know for sure.
Well, I got some approval out of you.
Help with? Yes? What's on your mind? Where did you hear this? And you believe not all minstrels are spies. Most are just singers and Many use the two words minstrel and bard interchangeably. Bards are minstrels and more. Spies, as you say. Many bards work alone or in small groups, doing the bidding of a patron who pays for their services. What do you think? But in secret, they plot and scheme to destroy each other. I have revealed too much, it seems, but it doesn't matter what I used to be. It is the past. I found myself in Ferelden and sheltered from bad weather in the Chantry. And when the storm passed, I just did not want to leave. I like to say the Maker brought me here. Something I can help with? Yes? What's on your mind? I knew this would come up sooner or later. I don't know how to explain, but I had a dream. In it, there was an impenetrable darkness. I fell, and the darkness drew me in. I suppose I did. That was what the darkness was, no? When I woke, I went to the Chantry's gardens, it was as though the Maker stretched out his hand to say, even in the midst of this darkness, there, in my dream I fell, or maybe I jumped. I'd do anything to stop the blight. I know that we can do it. There are so many good things in the Maker's world. How can I sit by while the blight devours everything? He's still here. I hear him in the wind and the waves. I feel him in the sunlight that warms my skin. I know what the Chantry says about the Maker, and what should I believe? What I feel in my heart, or what others tell me? Thank you. It's nice. I know what I know. Something I can help with? Yes? What's on your mind?
Alright, so I got most of your requests. Let's try yours.
Have you encountered many abominations, apart from the ones in the Circle Tower? Ah, yes, Connor, of course. The first time I saw an abomination, my blood turned to ice. It was the knowledge that I could easily
You talk a lot too.
that frightened me the most. Every mage is vulnerable. One slip, and there is no turning back. Or at least that's what they say. Of late, I have begun to wonder if there is any way an abomination can be cured. Or if a mage could be so possessed and still retain their sanity, their humanity. Yes, it is madness and cruelty that define abominations. If those are lacking, if the mage remembers the person they truly are, then they are not an abomination. I never saw that. Thank you for showing me another way of looking at it.
Cool.
Irving told me about how you became a Grey Warden, and that unpleasant incident that occurred prior to your departure from the Circle. That's not something either of us can alter. So, it is best to put it behind you. But that aside, you're a Grey Warden now, and perhaps I presume too much by saying this, but the Circle is proud of you. Do not squander this time trying to explain why Irving picked you. Accept it, and be the Grey Warden you're supposed to be. Sometimes it gives me comfort to think that everything will end up the way it's supposed to. That it will be all right. You were chosen. You survived the joining when others did not. Perhaps it was meant to be.
Ugh. Little itty-bitty approvals.
I must ask, what does being a Grey Warden mean to you? I just wanted to know, ultimately, being a Grey Warden is... And thus it is you who serves, not they. A good king. The king who does not do this. Who believes that he is... If you... The drop... But I've lectured enough for today. I should stop before I wear out my welcome.
Yeah, we just gotta have like 50 fucking conversations with you.
With each other, aren't you? Well, she's hardly discreet. The way she looks at you, it's as though she's completely forgotten there's anything of you above the waist. I've noticed your blossoming relationship, and I wanted to ask you where you thought...
Why do you always want to
She is a cunning
poke?
woman, a maleficar. She will use you for her own ends. I am telling you what I see and what my instincts tell. You are a Grey Warden. You have responsibilities which supersede your personal desires. Love is ultimately... A Grey Warden cannot afford to be selfish. You may be forced to make a choice between saving your love. Nothing is certain. Not in these times. You cannot take anything for granted. If you insist, I have given my advice. Do with it what you will.
Ooh, ouch, sorry.
What's on your mind? Oh, yes, and thank you for asking. I'm feeling much better, I suppose. What's on your mind? It is no trouble.
Okay, so I can't get your companion quest yet. I apparently don't have you up high enough? Do I gotta do something else? I got you up pretty high, so I don't know why I can't trigger yours. Whatever, we'll get there. And I don't feel like talking to Zebran, because he doesn't have a side quest. He's not special.
Oh, why, you little... Oh, you're so funny. Such rapier wit. Your furry friend here took offence at me getting near his food. He snapped at me. Look.
Oh.
Sometimes I forget that he's a war dog. That'll teach me.
I love the dog
I
combos.
once heard a really old legend about how the hound warriors in the days of the old tribes would feed their Mabari the flesh of the vanquished. Well, that's what I heard anyway. It would sometimes be human flesh. Oh, like you can tell the difference. For all you know, maybe you've already been fed something. Someone.
Doggo.
Look at what your fool dog placed in my pack.
What?
A putrid, half-eaten hare is not something a woman wants to find in her unmentionables. Maybe, but that is not the point. Dirty Mungle can have this back. There. And tell him not to do it again.
You're a war dog,
Your
gentlemen.
dog is filthy. I can smell him 50 yards off.
When?
That may be so, but all the same, I would like your permission to bathe him. Excellent. I will get my soaps, and the dog shall have his bath after supper.
Sorry, puppy. It's one of my favorites.
You are a true warrior and worthy of respect.
What about your bath? One's gonna have to bathe you again. Okay. I think I'm gonna have to leave camp and come back to camp. What I have to do is
Yes.
apparently finish another frickin' quest, and I don't want to because there's so many of them. I don't know what map that's supposed to be. Let's do the Brazilian outskirts. We've done one of like 4 quests. We got this. Oh, another Denerim one. Woo! Even tells us Denerim.
Sire, I have more news. Yes. Well, it seems that the fighting has gone
Enough.
exactly as you...
I would like to know what you intend to accomplish, Father. Should we not be fighting the Darkspawn instead of each other?
The nobility should be brought into line and then the Darkspawn defeated. This is no true blight, Honora. Only Kaelin's vanity demanded it be so.
Beg pardon, sire. But blight or no, we may not have the manpower to face the Darkspawn soon.
Kaelin approached your legions for support, did he not?
Never! Marek and I drove those bastards out! Not roll out the welcome for them now!
We need help, Father. We cannot deal with this crisis alone.
Ferelden will stand on its own! I will lead it through this, Honora. You must have faith in me.
Did you kill Kaelin?
Ooh.
Kaelin's death was his own doing.
I totally forgot about that. And you still support your father? He's sitting on your throne. You're still queen.
Stop right there, outsider. The Dalish have camped in this spot. I suggest you go elsewhere, and quickly. I find that hard to believe. What business could we Dalish possibly have with a group like yours? A Grey Warden? How do I know you're telling the truth? No, that's true. Perhaps I shall let the Keeper decide for himself. In the camp, I suggest you keep your hands to yourself, and remember that our arrows are still trained on you. Follow me.
Jesus. Forgot how dick they are, the outsiders.
I see we have guests. Who are these strangers, Mithra? I have precious little patience and less time to spend on outsiders today.
This one claims to be a Grey Warden and wishes to speak with the clan. I thought it best to leave the decision to you.
That was wise of you. Maserinus, Mithra, you may return to your post.
Manuvinen, Keeper.
Now, allow me to introduce myself. I am Zafrian, the keeper of this clan, its guide and preserver of our ancient lore. And you are? Manners. From a Shenlin. Interesting. What might be your mission here? Have you come to spread news of the Blight? I had already sensed the corruption spreading in the south. The existence of the Blight is not news to me. I would have taken the clan north by now, had we the ability to move. Sadly, as you can see, we do not.
Yes, it seems like you've had your own troubles. What are the odds?
So their first reaction to trouble is to flee from it. Curious.
I imagine you are here regarding the treaty we signed centuries ago. Unfortunately, we may not be able to live up to the promise we made. This will require some explanation. Please, follow me.
Could never be easy.
The clan came to the Brazilian forest 1 month ago. As is our custom when we enter this part of Ferelden, we are always wary of the dangers in the forest. But we did not expect the werewolves would be lying in wait for us. They ambushed us. Though we drove the beasts back, much damage was done. Many of our warriors lie dying as we speak. Even with all our magic and healing skill, we will eventually be forced to slay our brethren to prevent them from becoming beasts. The Blight's evil must be stopped. But we are in no position to uphold our obligations. I am truly sorry. The affliction is a curse that runs rampant in their blood, bringing great agony and then ultimately either death or a transformation into something monstrous. The only thing that could help them must come from the source of the curse itself, and that would be no trivial task to retrieve. Within the Brazilian forest dwells a great wolf. We call him Witherfang. It was within him that the curse originated, and through his blood that it has been spread. If he is killed and his heart brought to me, perhaps I could destroy the curse. But this task has proven too dangerous for us. I sent some hunters into the forest a week ago, but they have not returned. I cannot risk any more of my clan. There is no guarantee that this will work, as I suspect, but it's the only hope we have left. From whom? The Children of the Stone? The Shemlin? Do you truly think they have time to spare for us? I must warn you that more than werewolves lurk in the Brazilian forest. Has a history full of carnage and murder, you see. Where there is so much death, the veil separating the spirit realm from our own becomes thin, allowing spirits to possess things, living or dead. But if you can indeed help, then I wish you luck. I must return to caring for my people. Creator's speed on your way.
Please leave that be. If you have need of equipment, I am sure Master Verathorn can help you. What is the point? It is none of your business, so please, leave it be.
Wow. Someone's not happy. I wonder if you do stealth. Can you do it? Nope.
You have betrayed the trust of my clan, and no doubt stolen from us. Zathrian even if that's true, you should not have opened the chest. I suppose I should not be surprised.
Wow. Dicks. I'm just trying to kinda help. I'm not trying to help. I'm trying to steal from you.
Hello? I'm Kamen, a hunter apprentice. Though I wish I could become a real hunter. I shouldn't be talking about this to an outsider. You wouldn't understand. I suppose there's no harm in it. It's not like you can help me.
Are all these bears such cringing, ineffectual creatures?
I've been an apprentice for too long. To become a true hunter, I must bring back the pelt of the beast I killed myself. A boar or a wolf or something. I wanted to hunt in the forest, but we're forbidden to enter because of the attack. But the real problem is Gaina. She's my heart's desire. I have asked for her hand, but she cruelly refuses it. She will not bond with an apprentice, she says, and calls me a child. I am no child. If I was a hunter, I could prove it, but I cannot hunt, and Gaina will never bond with me. I feel so helpless. I shouldn't have brought it up. Just leave me to my misery. You think I haven't thought about this? There's nothing I can do. I suppose you could, but what good would that do? The situation hasn't changed. Wooing? I don't understand. I've serenaded her, and we've talked many times under the moon. That doesn't matter if I'm still an apprentice. Not to her. No! We've never done anything like that. Never. Of course not. I'm not even bonded yet. I've never kissed anyone, not like that. Such as? But the keeper said, no, I just can't. What if I encountered a werewolf? I couldn't defeat one of those on my own. The keeper would know right away if I left camp. Masiranis for the offer, however. That's very kind of you.
Too frilly.
Oh, what do you want now? I told you everything already. You think I haven't thought about this? No, I couldn't do that. I must... You are right. I do want to marry Gaina before she marries so you would get a pelt for me? Why would you do that? Then...
Alright. Let's try talking to her wherever she went. She's over there. Before I piss somebody else off. I hate half these quests.
Andiran Atishan, outsider. You spoke to him? What did he say? Oh. I don't expect an outsider to understand our ways, but I just can't bond with Kamen. He's been a hunter apprentice for over 2 years now, and he's yet to slay a proper beast. Each time he's tried, something has gone wrong. Perhaps the creators do not wish us to bond. I cannot bond with an apprentice hunter, can I? But what if he never becomes a proper hunter? What will become of our family? Oh, you are right! I have made poor Kamen miserable. No wonder he cannot complete his hunt. Masiranas, thank you. You have helped me put this into perspective. I will go and speak to Kamen. Kamen, I have been a fool.
Gaina? What do you mean? Have you changed your mind?
I have. The outsider has helped me to see that I was wrong. I have made you miserable, and I should not have.
But what about my hunt?
I don't care about that. I know you will pass your hunt in time, and we will be happy. Us and our children.
Thank you, Gaina. You've made me a happy man. I feel blessed by the gods today. We are both very grateful for the part you've played in bringing us together.
How marvelous you are. I am so happy. This is so wonderful. Young love allowed to flourish.
Here, take this. It's been in my family for a very long time, but I hope it plays some part in your battle against the Darkspawn. It's the very least we could do.
Yeah, that was done.
On my way.
Let's loot all the things. There. Simple, easy quests.
What are you doing? You've warped the wood completely. Did you leave it out in the rain?
No, Master Ferrothorn. I think I just used too much heat.
You're not smelting ore like a Durkenlin. This is living wood. It requires patience and delicate hands, not more heat.
My
Night, Mom, love
actions
you.
bring me sorrow, Master Ferrothorn.
And so they should. Truly the art will be lost to us forever at this rate. Throw away your dead wood and start anew, and I shall speak to our guest. Now then, please forgive my distraction, stranger. Is there something that you need? I'm the clan's craftsmaster. It's my responsibility to learn what I can of the ancient elven arts of shaping wood and ore. In truth, we Dalish know little of the art compared to what we once did. And even what we know has taken us many lifetimes to achieve. There is wood that, if treated properly, is as hard as steel but far lighter. It grows only in this forest, Ironbark. The Keeper has forbidden us from entering the forest to collect the wood. This means I cannot make our finest crafts for years to come. I would be hesitant to ask it of you, but if you should come across Ironbark, I suppose there would be no harm in gathering some. It is blue and very distinctive. You can only harvest the bark which has fallen off the tree for mage. If you find some, bring it to me, and I will craft it for you. That would please me, so long as our hunters come first. Dareth Shiro, may the creators visit fortune upon you.
Yeah, I didn't mean to do that, but that's okay. I did mean to do that. You don't have any backpacks or anything like that. Alright. Well, I got that quest this time.
I'm Darren Atishan, stranger. I am Athras. I hope the others have not been too harsh in their treatment of you.
I would be the same in their place. They have just been attacked, after all.
It is not our intention to insult a Grey Warden. We are simply wrapped up in the plight of our hunters. It is easy to forget simple niceties at such a time. I understand you will search for the wolves in the Brazilian forest. I would join you, but Zathrian has...
Bumping everything.
None of us are happy about this situation, and I least of all. But I shouldn't speak too much about this, especially with an outsider. I am sure you have little interest in my problems. It's odd to talk so freely with a stranger, but perhaps you can help me. My wife Denilah and I both fought the werewolves in the ambush. She was injured so gravely, the curse spread rapidly in her. Zathrian fought hard to ease her pain, but there was little he could do. And though he says that Denilah is dead, he will not let me see her body. I am beginning to believe she became a werewolf, and that it is being kept from me so I do not go chasing after her.
I would not allow any to keep me from my goal.
Going
Thank
out
you,
there could
Stead.
cause another attack, and I wish no harm upon my clan.
This I understand. To hold the group over the individual is worthy. An unexpected trait in your kind.
Damn,
If I
Stem.
could just know if Denilah is alive, or what happened to her, then I could be at peace. I have an amulet made by our craftsman. It's not much, but I would be happy to give it to you in return for any news.
Stem makes you. That's new. Stem doesn't like a lot of people. I don't know if you guys figured that out yet, but Stem doesn't like a lot of shit. thought Sorrel had a quest at some point, but maybe I'm crazy. Because he's bugged in my other game, but I don't know why. I don't have a quest for him right now.
Jaina and Kamen together, I see. Strange that you should take the time to involve yourself in that affair, of all things. I know a few tales. You wish,
Lots of tales.
I can tell you what I know. Our legends say that before the people of
Lots of stories.
those elves were slain. The legends say that one great Zozathrian with a perhaps it cannot even be slain. The forest is said to be haunted. Spirit who can, even the barbarians who came, no one knows. They would run off. One assumes the werewolves survive by passing their curse to them. It is said that one or two have turned already, though the keeper denies it. They are killed out of mercy. One last warning.
Alright. No more quest stuff for you. Alright, you. Has stuff changed?
Yes. What is it you need? Have you news? Make them quick, if you please. I have much to do here. My apprentice Lanaya, or Sayrel, the clan's storyteller. She was one of the first to succumb to the curse. She is dead. Even if she did, whatever existed that was Deniala is still dead. Please do not give Athras false hope in this. He will... There is not much to say. It stemmed originally. Go on, then. I must return to caring for people.
Okay. So I really can't say anything to you.
On my way.
I'm gonna go to the Hala. Which I know I can't do until somebody has rank 2 in survival. I think.
I don't want to know.
You don't want to know.
Who comes? Oh, I beg your pardon, stranger. I was so busy attending. My name is Alora. I am the master herder in charge of... Not as much as I assumed you thought my task boring in comparison. Am I wrong? You are kind to say so, but in truth, my place as the master herder is a... They are the noble beasts that pull our Aravel. What humans call land ships. They are our companions, and our... I have seen your horses. We ride the Hala, but never with Ray. In return, it's the herder's job to speak to the Hala and care... I fear she may have been... Curse would not have... I can find no wound on her, but... If she... I don't know. Do you have any skills that might help her? If you do, I would be grateful.
I don't think I've got survival.
And? What do you think? I am glad you attempted it regardless. No. No, I'm sorry. She isn't calming any more around you than she is for me. I am glad you attempted it regardless. I will watch her for a little longer and see if her condition changes.
I don't know if... I guess I have to have survival?
For your assistance, friend.
Okay.
I shall.
No. Alright, I think that's about all I'm gonna find in here, and I'm gonna call it good for the night. let's not just exit game without saving. That'd be dumb. And I've done it. I've done it. Alright. Bedtime for me. See you guys later.